Hey guys, what's up? It is IFBB Pro Roxy Beckles here, and I am here to do a little bit of a follow-up video on our Rockstar Fitness contest prep clients. So this is video number 2, and by this point my girls are a little bit further along than the first video. In fact, we actually have one girl that is in peak week. It's been about 2 weeks since I followed up with the first video, so let's go ahead and jump right in to see where they are. So first up we have Carly Funk. Carly is currently in her peak for the NPC Pittsburgh, and Carly has been an absolute fantastic competitor since the time she started working with me. As I'd shown you before, her before and after photos as far as when she first started, and now, you know, 2 years of progressions in working with me both off season and now in season again, and she's come such a long way. One of the challenges with Carly has been just making sure that she's eating enough and to make sure that her frame stays really full. She has a body that has a very high metabolism, and she honestly does need a lot more muscle on her frame to be a more competitive competitor. But for where she is right now and the fact that she's pretty much only 20 years old, she's in a fantastic place. One of the things that I've been doing with Carly in specific is actually taking her cardio down, increasing her food intake. I've had her eating anywhere between 2,000 to 2,500 calories per day in the face of fat loss and dieting. In addition to that, I've had to actually throw in a burger and fries meal with her for every week for about the last 6 weeks or so going into her show. So she's one of those competitors that actually gets to eat into her show, that gets to do less cardio, and it's been a bit of a mind trip for her because last year we weren't doing all this. We were dieting just as a normal competitor would and focusing on really bringing her in really tight, but because we kept her a little bit on the leaner side with her lean bulk in the off season, she really didn't have to do much when it came to the actual contest prep. So her contest prep has actually been a real breeze. Now for Carly's peak, and I'm typically the type of coach that doesn't like to do a whole bunch of hocus pocus when it comes to peak week. To me, peak week should definitely be just an extension of what you've been doing up to this point in your diet. If you are ready for your show and truly where you need to be, you don't have to pull tricks or do everything under the sun in order to bring your body in for the peak week. So we've already been following a more of a carb cycling approach with Carly. So it's just a matter of just rolling in on that. And when it comes to peak week, I'm looking at pictures every day. I'm looking at pictures sometimes 2-3 times a day just to see how the competitor is moving along. So as I told her, you know, we're gonna look at her on Friday, and if we need to fill her out some more, she's getting that burger and fries before she hits that prejudging stage in the morning. So Carly's moving along excellently. For her water intake with peak week, she's at 2 to 2.5 gallons a day. We will probably cut her water around Friday or so and just have her drink a gallon. And then on Saturday, she can freely drink up to a gallon or a half gallon or so and keep herself hydrated. We don't play around with sodium or anything like that. I think it's too risky with most competitors to start playing around with your sodium levels because you can go flat. But the only manipulations that are happening is pretty much in her food and just changing things as we go along day by day, making sure that she maintains that fullness and maintains that leanness as well. Our next competitor up is Brittany Pacheco. Now Brittany just came off of a show. As I told you, she was in 6th place in the novice class in her last show, and now we have about 8 weeks to finish off and bring her in a little bit tighter for the next show that she has coming up, which is the NPC Gold Classic in North Carolina. As of today, she is around 6 weeks out, and I took 2 weeks after her show to just bring calories up a little bit, to bring carbohydrates up a little bit, because I wanted to just make sure that her metabolism was in a really good place for us to push into the last final weeks leading into her show. So like many of our other clients, Brittany has been carb cycling. One of the things that I do find Brittany's body responds best to is a more low carb approach. So now that we've done carb cycling, and now that I do see that her body is in a more stable place, I feel comfortable pushing towards that more lower carb, higher fat approach with her. I'm trying more of a keto setup with Brittany, and with that kind of setup, I actually have her calories set so that way a majority of her calories are coming from fats as the main source for energy, and then we've got her protein in there to support muscle, and then the carbs are actually set around about 10% on her diet. So carbs are fairly low, but the fats are much higher. So she has some energy going into the gym, and we're able to still push her fat loss. Now that being said, I've changed around her cardio so that way we're doing less high intensity training. The calories as far as carbohydrates just aren't there in that respect to be doing a lot of HIIT training and stuff like that. So her cardio has changed more to intervals, and we're also doing some steady state stuff as well, but focusing on keeping her heart rate up. So I have her keeping her heart rate up between anywhere 75 to 80% of her max. So she's really pushing the intensity without having to increase the duration. And so far so good. Her body is coming in tighter. I'm seeing some more lines in her lower half. Her upper half is looking like it's starting to come in a lot more in comparison to where she was with her last show. And she still has some fullness, and she still has some good energy in the gym. So I think we have found the sweet spot for Brittany, and I just want to keep driving that home for her. Our next competitor that I'm going to talk about today is Amy Watson. Amy is looking absolutely fantastic. I couldn't be more happy with the way her body has really responded in the last 2 weeks with the changes that we've made to her plan. Now, Amy, like a lot of our other girls who are currently in prep, is carb cycling, and we had cheat meals in there for her about once a week, but at this point I've taken them away, and I give all the clients the ability to sub foods out as they wish. We have a calculator where you can enter the food item that's on your plan, enter the amount that's on your plan, and choose any food item that's similar and get an actual result of how much you need to sub it out for. So let's say she has, like, I don't know, chicken on her plan, and she has 150 grams of chicken in meal number 3, but instead of chicken today she wants some shrimp. So she's going to go ahead and enter the chicken, the amount of chicken on the plan, and find shrimp when it pops up, and it'll give her the exact amount that she needs to sub it out for on her diet. That's just a feature that I offer for all clients to be able to have a more flexible approach to the dieting. So Amy has that flexibility to sub things out as she wishes, but we've taken away the cheat meals because I really want to push her conditioning. Now, when it comes to her cheat meals, from here out over the next couple of weeks, she's got about 5 weeks or so left, or just about 5 to 4 weeks left in her contest prep. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to go ahead and look at her conditioning and how her weight is pushing along. And if I need to bump calories up a little bit, we'll throw something in like a cheat meal to make sure that she keeps her fullness and that we don't start getting too lean and too stringy. But her lines are starting to come in on her back. We've worked on posing together to find how to present her shape even better than she was before. She's got an incredible shape, beautiful X frame. So making sure that she displays that on stage is something that I'm always aiming for with Amy. And like I said, she's got her lines coming in her abs, she's got her lines coming in her legs. In fact, during our phone conversation yesterday, she let me know that, you know, she's looking the way she looked in her last show going in like at 1 day out. So we are so far ahead of the game, and we're really excited about bringing her best package yet to the stage. Next on deck is Monica. Monica Carson is doing so amazing. When I opened up her pictures today, I was just so happy. The progress that she's seen over the last couple of weeks has been really solid. Monica's definitely starting to lean out in her lower half, which is what I've really been focusing on with her. And basically, guys, with that, I mean, how do you lean out the lower half? You just gotta diet. You just gotta stick to your diet, work your cardio, work your plan, and make sure that you're crossing all of your T's and dotting all of your I's. So for this week's photos, Monica's legs started to really come in with the quads in the front. She's got some good definition in her abs and on her upper body as well when she turns around to the back. On her glutes, I'm starting to see a little bit more of the glute ham tie-in. I'm definitely seeing the lines, that heart-shaped lines of the inner thighs with the hamstrings. And I just want to bring her glutes in even tighter. I want to keep driving home that lower half. And for most women, that is the last place to come in. So we've included a little bit of yohimbine in the mix for her as far as supplements are concerned, which is really great for that last bit of stubborn fat. I do advise, if you're interested in using yohimbine and you want to find out more information on it, please use Google because there's plenty of information there. But it's a great supplement to kick in the last couple of weeks to bring in that conditioning, and it's been helping her an awful lot. Next on deck, we have Samantha Tao. Now, Samantha is also getting ready for her national level debut, and she is looking absolutely fantastic. And you know, these girls that I'm working with are all in that last phase of prep and dieting, and a lot of them right now, what we're seeing is that they're just trying to battle in and bring in that lower half. You know, we always lose from top to bottom first, top to bottom, front to back. We always have this all coming in, but it's always the legs for a lot of us that is the hardest to come in and the last to come in. So it like I mentioned a little bit earlier, it's all about just sticking to your plan, sticking to your diet, tweaking things in a way to push the fat loss along. So we've done that with Sam as well, and her body is really responding. And I just want to drive home her conditioning and bring a level that we have not seen from her before. Now, Sam actually earned a pro card with me through the WBFF back in, I believe it was 2012, 2013 or so. So she has some experience on the stage and she knows what it is to bring her absolute best, and I'm trying to push her past that. So right now we've got Sam hitting up her cardio. I actually split her cardio between a morning and an evening session. In the mornings, we have some of our girls rocking out with metabolic circuits with also a little bit of HIIT. So they'll do like maybe 10 minutes of HIIT, followed by a full-on metabolic circuit workout, which will take them about 30 to 40 minutes sometimes to get through. And then at night, if they are doing any kind of cardio, such as Samantha, we'll have her do just about maybe 15 minutes or so of some kind of a steady state work to keep the heart rate up, going for like 80-85% max. So it's not like easy, you know, grandma type of cardio. It's really pushing stuff. And over a nice little 4-week period, it's enough to see the changes that we need to see and to really just bring the body where it needs to be. This game is always about smart programming, and I'm always trying to find the tweaks and connections that will work for every single client. And so we'll see what Sam looks like on Saturday, and we'll decide what progressions we need to take from there. But all in all of our rock stars are doing so amazingly well. I'm very proud as a coach in what they have to present to the stage. So now it's just a matter of just keeping them focused, keeping that drive going, and then just putting them out there to be judged and to have a great experience. So come on back and stay tuned. I'm going to follow up with you guys next week on how Carly does at the NPC Pittsburgh. And then after that, we'll be a little bit closer with our other shows with our other girls, so you'll get a bird's eye view of how we are progressing everyone and swinging things along. So until next time, make sure you check out my website, innercircle.rockstarfitness.com. I've got workouts, I've got training programs, I've got pre-designed meal plans. I'm there on a daily basis. We got a members-only private social network. It's a great place for those of you who may be looking to kick up your workouts, and you might like to do stuff on your own and you don't need a coach. So come on by, you can join my inner circle there. If you're looking for coaching one-on-one, I work with both competitors and non-competitors alike. You don't have to be an athlete, you don't have to compete to work with me. You just have to have a goal and a drive to see it through. You can check out rockstarfitness.com for that information. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.